This is how the US administration has furthered its nationalist agenda over the last week. According to a report by the Women's Refugee Commission and Physicians for Human Rights, the Trump administration is deporting a significant number of parents without even asking them if they have children or allowing them to decide whether to bring their children with them when deported, which is an apparent violation of its own policies, let alone anything else. And speaking of children, in January, ICE detained a 5-year-old boy in Minnesota called Liam Conejos Ramos. Now, the Trump administration is continuing its push to deport him and his family, who are from Ecuador. Now, the family had a pending asylum application with the administration when he and his father were taken into custody in January. But the federal government has basically moved to end the asylum claim without holding a hearing on the merits of their petition. And this is something that they've been increasingly doing, basically to quickly deport asylum seekers without considering their cases. And then the New York Times reported last week how the Republican Party has a growing tolerance of just open racism against Muslims. So here are some examples. Representative Andy Ogles, who is a Republican in Tennessee, recently wrote on social media that, quote, Muslims don't belong in American society. And then Representative Randy Fine, who is a Republican in Florida, said, quote, if they force us to choose, the choice between dogs and Muslims is not a difficult one. At the same time, the State Department has added 12 more nations to its list of countries whose citizens must post bonds up to $15,000 for a US visa application. This now brings a number of countries who have to pay huge bonds for visas up to 50. But also last week, Donald Trump appointed Australian-born Nick Adams as Special Presidential Envoy for Tourism, Exceptionalism and American Values. So Nick Adams was born in Australia and he was once Australia's youngest deputy mayor. And then he began posting on X as an alpha male influencer. And his most quoted post is, and I'm quoting, I go to Hooters, I eat rare steaks, I lift extremely heavy weights, I read the Bible every night, and I am pursued by copious amounts of women. He has written a series of books, the first of which is called Alpha Kings and has a foreword from Trump. And basically, in that book, he makes the case for traditional masculinity, and he now promises to show the young men of America what it means to be a true alpha male in today's hyper-feminized world. So, yeah, a great presidential envoy for tourism there.